everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk a little bit about why my husband and I choose to get a tax refund every year instead of getting that money throughout the year. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have always, for my entire life, since I started working, gotten a tax refund, and I have chosen to do that. And yes, you can choose whether you want to get a refund or not at the end of the year. So basically what you do, or this is what I do, when I'm filling out my W-4, that is the form that you fill out when you're first hired somewhere, or your company should be having you refill that out every single year. And basically it just tells them how much money to withhold from your paycheck. So I fill mine out as, and this is for US, I don't know about the rest of the world what you guys do, but this is for the United States. Just wanted to throw that out there real quick. So what I do is I get taxed at the single rate. So I check the boxes. There's these little boxes and it says single, married, or married filing single. And so that's what I do. I check the married filing single, which means that they're just going to tax you at the single rate, which is higher than the married rate. And then I do 0 exemptions, 0 dependents. So I do married filing single 0. And so that ensures that they take out as much money possible out of my paycheck. And how they determine all these numbers, I have not a clue. But there's like a chart that you can go look up online. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like do 2017 wage brackets or something like that. And so you can figure out what your gross check is, and then you just scroll through and you can find how often you get paid, and if you do single or if you do married, what your amount that will be withheld from your paycheck will be. And so both my husband and I do married filing single 0, and so both of us are getting the max amount taken out of our paychecks every 2 weeks or whatever we do. And so that ensures that we get a refund, because we're saying that we don't have any dependents and exemptions, and we actually have 2 exemptions, myself and my husband. So we end up getting a pretty nice refund every single year. Dave Ramsey does not want you to get a tax refund. He doesn't want you to owe, but he doesn't want you to get a refund. He wants you to hit 0. So basically, he doesn't want you to pay, but he doesn't want you to receive money either. Basically, his reasoning behind that is that's money that you could have had throughout the year to help you pay down your debt, or put towards your emergency fund, or invest. And basically he feels like it is an interest-free loan to the government. And I understand what he's saying completely. I get it. Like, that totally makes sense. But I think you kind of have to think about this for yourself. What makes sense for you? And so for me, that doesn't make sense. I feel like if I had that extra money throughout the year, I would spend it on something I probably shouldn't. I would probably get clothes or go out to eat, or I don't know. Like, I just feel like I wouldn't put it where I was supposed to. Even though we have a budget and everything, I just feel like I wouldn't do that properly. So when we get a refund in the spring after I file our taxes, it typically goes, for the past couple of years, it's been going straight to debt. And then, so we would just make one huge payment on the principal is what we would do. Or now it's just going to go, as soon as it hits my bank account, I'm transferring it straight to our emergency fund. I just feel like it's easier that way. I don't know. That just makes more sense for me personally. And so I just wanted to let y'all know, or I don't know, kind of just talk about it a little bit, just so if you are wondering, like, well, I kind of like having a refund, like, that's okay. You can have a refund. That's what we do, basically. And I just feel like I'm more inclined to put it towards what I'm supposed to if I get it all in one big chunk. So I kind of, instead of thinking of it as a loan to the government, I actually think of it as a savings account that I have absolutely 0 access to until I file my tax return next year. Does that make sense? So it's just like a savings account that I don't know anything about, basically. And then every spring I get like a nice chunk of money in my account, and you're just like, oh, okay, this is nice. And I gotta say, like, I don't know what the deal is, but every time around this time of year, we have something go on with our house or with our cars or something that costs like a good amount of money, and our refund helps pay for it. So like this year, my husband took his car to get his oil changed, which I hate doing because they always find stuff. But they said he had all sorts of stuff wrong with his car, and they quoted him for like over $1,200 to fix all of it. And I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. We just paid $1,200 for these stupid roof rats that we had at our house. And that's just a whole nother story. If you didn't follow my Instagram stories on that, I'm sorry, you missed out because it was quite a tale. But anyways, I was just like, we just spent so much money on that. But then I remembered, oh, like we have our refund coming in, and that can help pay for it because we do have a car sinking fund. So we have money in that, but so we just took it to the mechanic, and it's actually going to be not that much. It's still a good amount of money, but our refund is easily going to cover it, and then we'll have some left over. So it's just nice. It just has this, it's just like this savings account that you kind of forget about, and then all of a sudden you remember or have access to it, and you usually can find something that you need to spend it on if there's like a repair on the house you need, or a car repair, or if you just want to throw it at debt. Like it's just some money that you just forget about. And I know some people, a lot of people actually spend a lot of money at Christmas time on credit cards and then use their refund to pay off their credit cards. And I do not recommend that at all. At all. Taxes change every single year. And actually this year, so if you usually claim the earned income tax credit, they were actually they weren't withholding, but they were delaying those refunds until mid-February this year, where a lot of people can start filing at the end of January. So they were delaying refunds for almost 2 weeks when these people are depending on this refund to pay those bills. And so I don't know like how many people that affected or anything like that, but you just never know. Like I feel like the tax filing year starts later and later, and so I wouldn't use your refund as that. I would just completely forget about the fact that you are even getting a refund until you file your taxes and be like, oh yeah, we're going to have a refund, and we can use that money to put down our debt a little bit more, put towards our emergency fund, invest, put in our children's college fund. My parents, when I was in college, I mean, they knew that my current husband and I were going to get married, you know, eventually or pretty soon, because I would be graduating in a couple years. And so they actually took their refund and they would just had a little separate account, and they would just throw their tax refunds in it, and that's what they used to help pay for our wedding. So that's another idea. You can just use that money towards other expenses that you don't have to pay through, or that you don't have to save for throughout the year. I hope that makes sense. You could probably even use it for like a Christmas fund, now that I think about that too. I don't know. There's all sorts of ideas, but I'm not saying one way is right and one way is wrong. It's just, I just wanted to give another option of that if you're questioning why you should not get a refund or all that from Dave Ramsey. Like, you totally can. It's okay. I think it's okay, at least. I get a refund every year, and I'm not going to change that. I understand what he's saying about it, and I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't do it correctly, so that's why I'm going to do it this way and continue to get a refund. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I know taxes can be like super confusing. I answer tax questions from January to April like nonstop. So let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, and I can see if I can answer them or not, or if I need to just do another video like a tax Q&A, I might do that. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Everybody does their own thing. It's whatever is right for you. That's what I'm trying to get across. I just wanted to give you another option, another view on things. But thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.